So I just wanted to know how this statue of me is coming along, because I've come across this lighthouse and to be honest it's quite intimidating. I really need this statue to be at least 3.571596 times more intimidating. Yeah, laser eyes, bear traps for toes, vestigial tail, all of it, get it done. Oh, hi and welcome to this week's Tech Files. In today's episode, we'll be looking at one of the most forward-thinking tricks that freestyle has brought us, the Nollie. Well, that's not technically true now, is it, Darran? It was actually the HeliPop that was invented first. Yeah, I suppose you're right, other Darran who wears a helmet at all times. What would I do without your fact-checking ways? After Alan Gelfand had gifted us with the Ollie, it was yet again that Mullen guy who had brought the move to the flat ground. But it is the lesser known story of how he invented the 360 Nollie, also known as the HeliPop, that we are interested in. Now this story may be hard to believe, but new research has recently revealed that it's at least 7.5 times more believable than last week's story. Now that's got to be some kind of improvement, right? While practicing 360 shove-its in his local car park in 1983, naturally listening to his Walkman, Rodney was winding up for his 373rd one of the day. When all of a sudden, the Weetabix he kept in the side of his helmet for a mid-session snack became dislodged. Seeing the wheat-based breakfast biscuit falling, Rodney panicked and lunged behind him to try and catch it. This caused him to lean on the nose, causing him to pop a nollie. And as he lunged to catch the snack, he pivoted around 360, and thus was born the HeliPop. So that was the first nose pop trick, and it would be years before anyone else caught up. Yes! But until then, Rodney perfected his HeliPop, having Nollie pop for days before it even existed. Once regular boards developed slightly longer noses in the late 80s, the HeliPop managed to find its way into the street world, profiled here by the fleet feet of Ray Barbie. But Rodney by this time had moved on to Nollie pastures new with Nollie Impossibles and Nollie 360 flips. The early 90s and the double kick boards saw the Nollie and switch explosion, and as Mullen made his leap from freestyle to street, he did bring a number of super tech variations to his beloved HeliPop that boggled the mind. So the HeliPop, I suppose the 360 Nollie, or Gandalf spin, Eggs Royale, well, whatever it's called, never really attained the popularity of some of its nose-popped peers. But some people, like Kevin Romar, really take it to new heights. So that brings us on to this week's trick tip, and it's one of my personal favourites, like intimately personal favourites. The Nollie backfoot impossible. If you don't know who invented it, Wikipedia has nothing, but it was probably Rodney Mullen. And if it wasn't, he's probably claimed it anyway. He's always doing that. Git. In order to do this trick, you need to find the worst possible flaw you can to inspire you and give you the determination you need to successfully complete the manoeuvre. As with all Nollie tricks, you want to set up with your front foot on the nose of the board. In this case, you want it slightly angled, about 45 degrees across the top of your nose, pointing into the middle distance, perhaps at a giraffe. Back foot, you want it nestled just behind the front bolts of your back truck. Of course you want your toe overhanging as well, because that is where the wrap clings to the board, thus giving you the crux of the trick. When you pop, you push the nose forward in order to give the board a bit of clearance going ahead. The back leg is the tricky part because it is tempting to just go wild and just try and fling it around. What you really need to do is just give it a little tip from the balls of your feet and make a little circular motion from your ankles and a little bit of your calf. This sends the board into motion and it should cling to your back foot. It will turn in a 360 motion and kind of wrap sideways around your foot. Rather than aiming to make the board do a backflip, you want it to travel through alternate dimensions, giving the illusion of turning over. When wrapped effectively, it puts the board neatly back under your feet. You only have to take care to pop the board forwards. Find your grip tape, put your feet on it, roll away clean, and watch out for lions. So that was how to do the nollie backfoot impossible and a potted history of all nollies everywhere. Now join me next week where I'll be debuting my slightly out of date streetwear brand. It's going to be geometry for miles. Dave Coyne was a rare Sal finger flip double agent. He managed to sneak in a few finger flips.
Because it's a raw skate video. The kind that we grew up watching going, yep.